afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another day of Overwatch League action. We have a lot of great series for you here today. I am Achilles, going to be kicking off the matches alongside Wolf. And oh boy, do we have an ever important one here on our hands. Paris Eternal getting ready to go up against the Shanghai Dragons. Both teams fighting for their lives to make it into that top 12 and participate in the playoffs.
There's so much to talk about, and there's so many good games for the last 2 days of this week before we head into the Kit Kat rivalry weekend. And Shanghai versus Paris is going to be the first one to kick us off. Taking a look at the standings, when you really look at what's left here, we're talking about right now 5 spots that are undecided, from the Dragons to the Eternal. A win here for the Dragons guarantees them that top 12, so it's a big win that they're looking for here. The Eternal, not only do they need a 4-0 today, but that's not even enough to guarantee them top 12. They're going to have to hope for some other losses along the way.
Yeah, would be out of their hands even if they can get that 4-0, but need that to keep their hopes alive. Dragons going to be looking for that win. Otherwise, it's been a very weird stage so far for the Shanghai Dragons, now dropping down almost out of those playoffs. We said a win here today would be able to guarantee that spot, but this is our Stage 3 champions coming in, and it just seems like the Shanghai Dragons have not been able to adapt to this 2-2-2 meta.
They certainly have not, and they're playing less Mei than the league average by a large margin. And they did win this title, right? It was their meta. They pioneered it. They mastered it, you know? And when you look at the remaining schedule for them here, today is the match you want to win to get yourself top 12. You're going to be playing against the Spark at the rivalry weekend. Spark having a bit of a resurgence recently. That's definitely a winnable match for them, but when you look at these two teams that they have left in their schedule, the Eternal is the one you really want to pick up here. They're 10-16. They're very unlikely to make top 12. They're one of the weaker rosters right now, so this is the one you're really banking your hopes on.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't take down Eternal, then you have to take down Spark. We saw them just yesterday looking quite good, so you don't want to be put in that position where you have to beat that other Chinese team to guarantee your spot in the top 12. Getting the win here today is absolutely essential for the Shanghai Dragons. Overall, been a fairly rough schedule for them. We'll see if they can come out on top. They are, however, going to have to try to get through a pretty solid DPS duo in the side of Soon and Shadowburn as well, who's been putting up the numbers. A bit of a resurgence for Shadowburn here in Stage 4.
Shadowburn has been looking phenomenal, and
it's not just his dance moves.
They had not just the dance moves. Thanks to Arswani on Twitter for all those. But I have to say, for Paris Eternal here, not only Shadowburn, but Soon have, this duo together have been really putting up the numbers. And Soon, in particular, has been kind of the carry player for this team. They're pocketing him. They're playing Mercy when no other teams are really playing Mercy. They're trying to put all the focus on his Widowmaker, and it was able to get them a few wins recently, just putting all the focus into that Widowmaker or Hanzo. Let's see if that continues here against a struggling Dragons.
All right, well, here we go. 2 more days left to go before the homestand weekend. Let's go ahead and start off this series by bringing out our first team. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Paris Eternal.
The hope of a playoffs is still alive for this team of legends. They have to go through this defending Stage 3 champions first, and it's going to have to be a 4-0. Any mistakes, any trip-ups, and the hopes of making that grand final stage die with them. So for the Paris Eternal, this is their extremely difficult task that they're faced with here. And you know, you see the starting lineup, the same one we've been seeing with Cloudy in here over Ben Best. You see Gray as well on flex support. This is the lineup that can do it. They can get the 4-0, but it won't be easy.
Certainly not. Let's see if they can pull it off as they try to go through their opponents. Let's go ahead and bring them out on stage. Your reigning Stage 3 champions, the Shanghai Dragons.
For the Shanghai Dragons, it feels like for this franchise, it's just been riddled with bad luck. The record 13-13 at the exact 50-50 mark right now. This team is the defending champions, but they're in danger of not making play-ins to potentially have a spot in playoffs. It's unreal that this team is stuck in this position. Same starting lineup as usual. This is a team that was the pride of China, brought over legends, Five King, Undead, right? They brought over Fearless and Auto, Korean legends as well. That roster failed. They brought over the Kongdu Panthera players that formed this roster with newly joined Gamsu and Envy. They were able to finally find that synergy, take the Stage 3 title, but it isn't necessarily going to be enough in this meta. Struggling to run the Mei, not seeing DM on the Widow, the carry player for this roster anymore, and they are really, I mean, at the end of the rope here.
Yeah, a lot of kind of shoehorning with the Pharah here from Ding. We haven't seen too many other teams run, but one that did was the Seoul Dynasty with Fleta coming back in, starting for that roster. And I mean, Fleta had a fantastic performance, probably his best series of the season so far. Whereas Ding struggled at times, you know, going in for these very aggressive rushes, just getting shut down.
Yeah, Ding is running the Pharah into compositions that really counter it. It's not his individual performance that's a big problem for the Dragons, it's just their opponent's comps countering him, so I think Shanghai is going to have to change it up today.
Well, taking a look at our map set presented by Toyota, we see that we will be starting things off on Lijiang Towers, so we'll be a bit Pharah friendly for the side of the Shanghai Dragons. And we'll move into Hanamura King's Row, and I kind of missed the last one, but doesn't matter. That's down the pipeline. For now, let's go ahead, start this series on Lijiang, and see if the Paris Eternal can begin with the right foot forward, get that victory, and keep the 4-0 hope alive.
Now, this is a map for Pharah, if there are any maps for Pharah, right? And Shadowburn looks to be running it here from the start. He won't be having the matchup he's expecting. Well, I say that. I was going to say he's probably expecting to face Ding in the Pharah v Pharah. Two Pharah legends, one of the past. Shadowburn, one of the first great Pharahs in Overwatch versus the new best Pharah in Ding. Doesn't get much more hype than this.
That's right. The crowd already getting riled up as we start the action. Pushing forward over towards the point. Right now, just going to be a couple pot shots coming through Ding. Trying to play up top, very high up into the sky. Bionade's going to connect on the two on the side of the Paris Eternal and soon nearly gets picked off. Finzi will lose the mech. A lot of that damage mitigation now going to be gone, so Ding should have freer reign over the members of the Paris Eternal here right now. And you can see right there, gets that knockoff onto Gray, taking him down because of Blast. Shanghai Dragons will be able to win the first fight and take the point.
Soon just not really able to do a ton on this first push. He doesn't even get half an EMP in the fight, and that's a big problem when you're running this Sombra. Youngja, on the other hand, is able to break the shields, break the tanks, and win the ground battle. Even though Ding did very little damage, gets a pick on the Soon here, he did very little damage, it's actually enough.
Yep. Well, they have the barrier set up. That allows them to get the res, but now Cloudy going to be taken down as Gamsu just comes rolling through. Taking people off the map, utilizing that grapple hook.
Look at how timid Paris has to play right now behind this defensive matrix here, as Ding is just chunking away the health pools, and Shadowburn has no angle.
Yep, already one direct hit there. Pocket healing does come through from Cruz, however, so Shadowburn still gonna have some longevity up in the skies. As he lands another shot, Ding not gonna be able to get the follow-up, can't quite take him down, but he's fine with this, as he is very much in control, and now he gets it. The double tap, Shadowburn goes down, no chance to res that one. Boop back coming through as well, looking for a knockoff. Forces out the Valkyrie from Cruz just so he can stay in the skies. Gamsu gonna be hacked for the moment, but it does not matter because now Cloudy's gonna be taken down and Finzi. The mech just does not stand a chance.
Pretty unusual here to see Cruz pop a Valkyrie in a fight like this. Definitely not a winnable one. The next fight is the one you're looking for if you're the Paris Eternal. They've been basing their whole strategy on this EMP, and Soon finally has it. It took a long time. This is a must-win fight for Paris. If this fight goes sour, there's no chance of flipping this first round, so it's gonna have to be the EMP barrage.
Yep, they get another hack on the Gamsu, however, then we'll be able to take him down. Gamsu trying to play in the back line, but risky business when you're going up against that Sombra.
Would be huge if they could save the EMP and flip it without it. Give him a much better defensive chance.
Trying to make their way over to the point right now. Ding has a back angle here on the enemy pharmacy comp, but he can't quite get the shots in. Nanovu's gonna be used. Youngjin just going to be peeling out, but now the EMP comes through, manages to catch 3, and Youngjin will get taken down. Soon, however, going to be on the trade as Ding, safe in the back, still just firing off these rockets. The flip is there. Paris Eternal gain control of the point for now, but the reses are coming in, and Gamsu gets knocked to the side. Paris Eternal might just be able to hold this one. Bomb will go ahead, zone back to Shanghai Dragons for now as Ding gets taken down. Shadowburn showing up in the kill feed. Comes up with numerous kills, then gets the knockoff. Looks for the follow-up hits there on Nakoma, but it's going to be great finding the final blow.
A little bit odd to see Luffy commit the nano boost there when EMP was on the way. Youngjin wasn't able to capitalize because he was hacked, but you can't blame him when he builds 70% of another nano boost in the ensuing fight. They have so many different ways they can break this open. They just have to be patient, not waste ultimates. Make sure that Soon doesn't get to farm that EMP. That's why they're playing back right now. Envy does not want him to just left-click his way to that next EMP. Shadowburn is going to need to use this barrage for their next defense. We cannot get picked early. He's just waiting for the right opportunity.
Ding again coming in with that altitude advantage. Gets the direct hit here on the Shadowburn. Can't get the double tap this time. Minefield's going to be used by Gamsu over onto the point.
Nano's
trying to get
out.
the flip back through. Shadowburn pushing himself away, keeping himself safe with that concussive blast, but now Cloudy's going to fall. Shadowburn trying to get right up on top of Ding, but he can't quite find the shots. Barrage still going to be held. Shanghai Dragons dangerously close to flipping this point. Thinking there was something Cloudy. Now Finzy going to be knocked out of the mech, taken down by the Minefield. Shadowburn manages to find one with the barrage. EMP comes through. That's going to be Youngjin and Ding, both taken down. Shanghai Dragons lose out on half the team. Coma can't get the res. That'll be the cleanup, and that's going to be Paris Eternal maintaining control of the point.
That's when you get desperate. You know, you feel like this is a must-win fight, and it is for the Dragons. You try to use the res. The Valkyrie is there to give you the extra mobility, but you don't get it. It's going to be on cooldown. You're not going to have it for the final fight. All you've got is one chance, one shot with this barrage if you're the Shanghai Dragons. Gamsu's going to switch over to Orisa to try to get them into position here on the ground.
They need this barrage to connect. Ding needs to get in prime position to make this one work. Drops down low. He's going to be entering through main for the rest of his team. Takes a lot of damage. Has to pull back, but Luffy going to be taken down now. Bionade from Gray manages to find the kill. Now Gamsu eliminated in the front line. Koma manages to get to res one, but now Youngjin going to be taken down, and we're into overtime for the Paris Eternal, who look to close out this round.
Finzy's position is too
forward.
good.
You can see D-Matrix is out from Finzy. Ding will be able to take down Cloudy, but is that going to be enough? Self-destruct will buy them some space, and as Envy peels around the corner, Soon pops him out of the mech, gets Luffy with a headshot. Now looks for a little bit more. Is under pressure, will get pushed to the side, but has that pocket healing, and Gamsu cannot tag in. 195%, Paris Eternal looking good. They come back in this round, and they close out on Gardens.
Finzy's positioning so good there against the barrage. Ding had no opportunities there. And it's the European legends, Shadowburn and Soon, who outmatched Ding on the other side. The world's best Pharah. Even though in the duels, Ding got the better of Shadowburn, Shadowburn maximized damage better. 2,000 damage to leader right now in terms of the Pharah v Pharah, and Soon comes in on the Widow pick, helps get those final kills when it matters most. He comes up clutch, built EMP quickly enough in those fights to ensure the defense there on the point. And the Dragons are going to swap things up entirely here. This is not the point where you feel Pharah is going to be very useful. And when you're getting outmatched by Shadowburn, it's perhaps better to run the Hack Fist here. Risky, though, for the Dragons.
We'll be going for it.
They actually
See the
swap
jump back
it.
here from Soon.
They don't want to have the matchup versus the Pharah with Sombra. They're not confident in that, so they're going to try to mirror here. But it gives Paris very likely the first cap.
Just going to be shifting over onto the Reaper. Still have to be very cautious around Youngjin. We know how impactful he can be with that Doomfist. Hulk going to be coming out, but still safe behind the barrier. As Youngjin looks for his point of entry. Seismic Slam coming down, unable to find a hit, but Shadowburn's already been taken out. Now Gray going to be gone. Ding comes up with two to start things off. Youngjin falling low, manages to stay in the fight. Now no supports. That'll just be the cleanup here as an extended wipe comes through in favor of the Shanghai Dragons.
It's comfort picks here for the Dragons. I mean, these are your best heroes if you're Youngjin and Ding, the Doomfist and the Pharah. It's very strong in this meta, too, against the bunker-style composition we're seeing on the point. You lose the point first, you've got to have a pop-off Doomfist to control it, right? They didn't get the flip, Paris didn't, because Shanghai came in just in time. And now Soon's going to swap over to the McCree to try to have the ability to stun the Doomfist and knock the Pharah out of the sky.
Yep, we also see Finzy moving over onto the Diva, but Ding is just getting things done here over on the side. Shadowburn taken down. Ding consistently coming out on top of these, I suppose you can call them 2v2s, given the pharmacy is there. Youngjin going in deep, tries to get that shielding. Will get taken down by Soon, but Paris Eternal, they're still waiting for Cloudy to respawn, so the likelihood of pushing over to the point now after that pick, it just doesn't look very good.
Unless Soon can get another one, but he doesn't have the angle. He's being pressured by the Pharah.
Gray's taken down.
Yeah, the McCree just can't counter the Pharah if he can't get into proper position.
They try to get the Nye on the res. It's going to be Ding and Shadowburn actually trading out. Both going to be taken down. See if Coma can try to get a res off. We see a lot of members of the Paris Eternal playing up onto that top side. Finzy going to be receiving the nano boost as that meteor strike comes down and Gray just disappears. Now drop back down. Cruz taking a nap. Will get put to sleep. Paris Eternal again going to have to retreat. Shanghai Dragons approaching 70% already. Paris Eternal, they're going to have to get this flip very soon.
Yeah, this is really their last shot at getting the flip because we're looking at, you know, we're in one fight territory, as they say. That means if Shanghai wins one fight, this is over. We go to a third round. Ding just patiently waiting, trying to scout out if any swaps have occurred. He knows the McCree's still on the field. He's seen it. And he's got a good angle here with the barrage.
Youngjin over on the side nearly loses the Soon, but he still manages to go with the kill. Shadowburn gets that one, but Ding punishes him, now dumps in with the barrage. The self-destruct is up into the air, and Finzi manages to take down the Pharah. But Youngjin's going to be res back into the fight. It's at 99%. They do manage to tag in. Finzi alone over by the point. Manages to force out that OT. Mech still holding on, picks up the Mega Pack, buys a bit more time. Cloudy reapproaches, gets the barrier thrown down. Youngjin playing up into the front, just trying to punch them off the point here. Allow that OT meter to plummet. Finzi holding on by a thread, but now Gamsu going to be taken down. Paris Eternal still looking for the flip. Ding manages to find one, and Shadowburn will be eliminated. Youngjin, however, going to be eliminated by Soon. He nearly has that Pulse Bomb online. Self-destruct is up into the air. He'll dip around the corner as Cloudy gets taken down. Pulse Bomb in, onto the mech, trying to pop him out. Ding going to be eliminated. Coma taken down. There's no pharmacy here. Youngjin's on the point. He gets the kill onto Cruz, but is that going to be enough for them to hold on? There's Eternal still trying to flip this one back into their favor if they step off this point for just a moment. That OT bar is going to plummet, and we will be going to a third and final round, but it seems like they might just be able to make this one happen.
They are going to get the flip. It's more impactful damage that we're seeing from Shadowburn that's allowing Soon. This is an old combo, Pharah Tracer. It's more impactful damage we're seeing from Shadowburn that's allowing Soon to get these kills. He's a mechanical god on the Tracer, and Shadowburn is definitely empowering him right now. Ding's gotten so many solo kills onto Shadowburn, but that doesn't matter if Shadowburn is still getting the most important damage onto the other side so that Soon can win that ground battle.
Yeah, he is out damaging Ding at the moment by about 500, so still fairly minuscule, but there you go. That's going to be something pretty significant. Finds the double tap. Ding's body going to be hitting the ground. You can see him trying to camp that one out, denies away the res from Coma, who's flying around with the Valkyrie. Now looking for the shots. Very elusive is this Mercy, but they get the halt pull back through. Coma gets taken down.
It's just so incredible to see how much of a team player Shadowburn is. It feels like Ding is trying to fight Shadowburn, whereas Shadowburn is avoiding Ding and winning fights straight up. And that's what's going to be the deciding factor really in the final parts of this round. You've got to get that impactful damage, and you have to be the one who's setting up Soon on the ground. Tracer, not very common to see in this meta, but it is absolutely working out so far here.
Hear that Meteor Strike coming in from Youngjin. Looks like he was using it to escape as his HP bar had fallen low, but now that he rejoins here on the low ground, receives that nano boost, was looking to take down Cloudy, but can't quite finish him off yet. Still under some fire. Youngjin trying to get the punch here onto Soon, probably the most difficult target for him to nail. So goes straight back into the fight, knocks Cloudy back. Bionade goes through, catches onto Shadowburn. Cloudy will be taken down. Ding managing to find that kill as Youngjin nearly has another Meteor Strike online. Currently sitting here at 87%. Barrage goes out from Shadowburn, manages to find Coma and Luffy as they both get taken down. No support to the fight, and Cruz gets the res onto Cloudy. Immediately comes back and takes down Gamsu. Now Envy off the side. Shanghai Dragons, they need the reset right now. They're going to have to buy some time. Paris Eternal at 95%.
Meteor Strike going to try to buy some time here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Barely touches.
Onto the point, manages to take down Gray. Slowly starts getting topped up, but OT is dwindling. They tag back through. Gamsu on the Wrecking Ball looking for a knockoff. He's unable to find it. Youngjin's going to be eliminated, but now Ding finds the better of Shadowburn yet again. Manages to find the kill, has that barrage ready to go. He can find a good angle. He might just be able to turn this one on its head, but now Shadowburn's going to be res back into the fight. The barrage manages to come through. It's going to be two taken down as Finzi gets knocked out of the back. Coma going to be eliminated, but now maybe Diva going to be taken out of the fight. The man advantage over to the side of the Shanghai Dragons, and Shadowburn will be eliminated as well. Soon doing his damnedest. Finds a kill on the Luffy, has that pulse bomb just about online, just now gets it, but can't set it up. Lobs it in. In the last moment there is the sound barrier will come through from Gray. Has to tag back in, but cannot make it in time.
Paris Eternal keeping the playoff hopes alive, winning that first round through better team coordination. The Pharah and the Tracer together, Shadowburn and Soon, making this combo work. Not winning the duel against Ding, but winning the team fights that matter.
Yep, getting caught up in the team fight of the Shanghai Dragons. Can't play forward onto the point. Can't extend this to a third final round. That's going to be Paris Eternal starting things off 1-0.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
Du sterben nicht. Walid with it. Meteor strike. Nerf this. I'm on fire.
And welcome back. Shanghai Dragons unable to find victory on Lijiang Tower. Paris Eternal keeping their hopes alive again. They need that 4-0 sweep.
And for Youngjin and Ding, this is them relying on their comfort pick heroes. You've got Ding's Far, you've got Youngjin's Doomfist. It's a composition that works well in this meta, but they're relying on raw mechanics. They're trying to... You can look at Ding's first-person view, as we had in the Hanamura. When you look at Ding's first-person view, he's firing at Shadowburn. Well, what is Shadowburn firing at? He's firing at all of the Shanghai Dragons. Ding is trying to win a Pharah 1v1, and Shadowburn's trying to win a Pharah 1v6. And that is exactly why the Paris were able to take that, the Paris Eternal were able to take that first map. And Ding and Youngjin, they look strong on these heroes, but raw mechanics alone is not enough to win you a map in this meta. In Stage 3, when we were in Widow Pharah territory, where you had DM, best Widowmaker in the league, you had Ding, best Pharah, and the coordination works well between those two players. That's a different story. We're in Stage 4 now. Playoffs felt like they were attainable after they won the Stage 3 finals, but they're feeling further and further away all the time here for the Dragons.
Yep, Paris Eternal will be starting things off here on this attack soon. We'll see if he sticks with the Sombra, if this is going to be a scouting mission. A couple people still hanging a little bit further back as Shadowburn just takes a couple left clicks. Trying to poke out.
It's going to be Shadowburn Genji. Again, a legendary pick for this player. And he's getting pocketed by Cruz at the moment, so he's looking to use Dragon Blade and EMP to take this first point.
And well, Youngjin already going to be taken down. Finzi with a melee shot.
He was too far forward, and Finzi punished him.
Yep, finds that hit. Soon just dropping down, playing the flank, gets the hack on the Luffy. Has to back his way up though, and has that translocator in the midway point here between A and B.
You're not too upset about not grabbing this point with that easy first pick, but you are feeling pretty stressed knowing that you haven't built that much of a Dragon Blade right now.
I was gonna say knowing that there's a Mei in front of you who's trying to freeze you.
That as well.
Yeah, just managed to escape. Push from the backside, Finzi's gonna be taken out of the mech. And now the hook through it, Shadowburn eliminated.
Good play.
Solid start here for the Shanghai Dragons. We'll be able to hold them back, at least for this attack.
Koma saves Envy twice while he's hacked, and then he's able to, in that interim, get the hook there onto Shadowburn. 55% respectable for a first push Genji. It's pocketed by Cruz here, but it's not enough to make this fight the fight. They're going to have to look for Nano and the Blade during this push. If they commit the EMP, I think fans will be disappointed with the results, especially when Blizzard's on the other side. Ding's actually the one who wants to avoid it and hide this time so you can make sure that happens. They've got a Transcendence as well. This is not the fight.
EMP going to be coming out. Solo onto Coma. Mortality Field will be taken down, but not going to see much follow-up. Blizzard is used by Ding. As Shadowburn tries to make his exit, Luffy cuts that one short.
That was not the fight to take. Soon had the EMP. He thought this is the moment. If I can hack Coma, I could set up for a really nice push where the Blade will get finished through that fight. Now, it's a fast building ultimate, but imagine if he had it now when the Nano is ready and Shadowburn is 25% away. All he needs is a few good left clicks, but he won't have that chance.
Shadowburn just trying to make his way up there onto the high ground. Deflection going to be used. Blade is now online. Luffy does not have that Transcendence, but Immortality Field could still cut down on that Blade's effectiveness. See Cloudy rolling through here onto the point as the blade will get drawn out. Shadowburn manages to find one. Coma gonna be taken out. The whole hog is pushing Shadowburn back over into main. Flashes away, manages to find Gamsu, but it's at the cost of Gray and soon now Cloudy going down. And again, Shanghai Dragons just maintaining control up point A.
Very disjointed push. Very disjointed. They get another pick here onto Youngjin, and they're gonna have to use this remecking self-destruct to try to push this further.
They drop down very aggro from the side of Shadowburn. It's a little bit of backup though, and Ding will be taken down as he has that next Blizzard ready to go. No way to res him back into the fight. Shanghai Dragons, however, still have some staying power. With that Transcendence, if they can make their way over onto the point, but they get a kill on Envy first. The Bionade helping out with that one. Gray trying to set that one up. Youngjin making his way back over onto the point. Now Gamsu going to be taken down. Paris Eternal, they have finally found their way through onto this cap on A. Dash through as the blade comes in. Shadowburn will claim two. Pushes forward. Final swipe. Gets rid of Youngjin.
The triple will secure the point. Beautiful plays from Shadowburn, absolutely knowing his limits. And the crazy thing about this is they made a terrible choice to EMP that first fight, but the decision to actually keep fighting during those stagger kills, push through to the blade, body block out the Transcendence, these decisions from Paris were absolutely what they needed. And now they have an EMP fight here, but they don't have any follow-up ultimates, so curious to see how he uses it. He could use it here to just help Shadowburn build the blade and perhaps get a tick, but Fenzi's DMAG.
Yeah, I think you wait now.
You definitely wait now.
That's the struggle of the Sombra trying to play into a Mei.
Remember too, Shadowburn's no longer pocketed by Cruz. He's swapped over to the Lucio, so it's a little bit harder to play aggressive right now to build that Dragon Blade charge. They have a little bit of extra speed here from the Lucio. As soon as just looking for a big EMP opportunity. He will probably have to hit Ding here if they're going to try to make anything happen with this push. To prevent the ice block, but more importantly, the Blizzard, if you can hit that Mei.
That just keep Finzi safe so they can actually use that D-Matrix. We'll just go ahead and use the self-destruct. That Blizzard will come through from Ding.
Immediately, the Blizzard comes out. The second it comes through, he doesn't get caught.
I mean, Paris Eternal, they're not getting frozen, but it doesn't really matter. They play away from the Blizzard, but it goes straight into the Shanghai Dragon, straight into the Meat Grinder, and Gray gets taken down. So now it's just going to be another reset, down to 220.
Yeah, good positioning there from Ding. As soon as the Blizzard is used to, he's going to swap over to the Pharah here. And this is actually a pretty good point for Pharah. You've got a lot of space to work with. You know your opponent doesn't have any hit scan heroes out at the moment to counter you. Sombra's going to have a lot of problems trying to hack you. It's just almost never going to happen. And you have this choke point where you're going to get extra value from your rockets.
Good pull together. Rocket's not quite there. Jin will be using that Death Blossom. The sleep comes in, but no real way to capitalize on the Sleeping Reaper. He'll just now get woken up from his nap, but already Paris Eternal have lost out on their tank line, both their DPS, and Finzi is at risk of getting staggered.
Now look at how much charge Ding got on this push too. And Dogman tweeted about it yesterday, but you know, taking B on Hanamura right now in this meta is incredibly difficult, so no shame here for the Paris Eternal. They will have, if they use their ultimates patiently here, the EMP Nano Blade. And there's not a great counter on the side of the Dragons. They've already used, you know, they've already swapped the Mei off, and they've already used Death Blossom. So there is a good fight here. To even take a few ticks would be huge for Paris if they can be patient to get that last 20% for soon. This is the final eco push.
Looking for Gamsu, he's very far forward. Bionade comes in, clutch from Gray.
They might commit now.
Behind one. Sound barrier going to come out from Cruz as they look to push forward here onto the point. Shadowburn up into the air, looking for a target. Can't quite catch that far. Finally, will be able to find Ding. Dashes through over onto Coma. Comes up with two crucial kills. Now the knockout here on Envy's mech. They will be able to clean up that baby Diva. 2 ticks. Gonna be snagged here just about as Gamsu manages to push forward. Delays them for a little bit longer. Paris Eternal looking to finish this one off. The EMP greening the Shanghai Dragons as they push forward onto the point. Youngjin getting pocketed, has that nano boost, manages to stay alive for a little bit longer. Bomb comes down. Youngjin taken out, was trying to TP away from the point. Just can't quite get out of there in time. Shanghai Dragons just trying to drain them down to OT. 23 seconds remaining.
That's huge.
They try to stay alive
before
Oma
OT.
and Luffy on here on the point, both falling dangerously low. The fade over onto the side. Luffy still alive for the moment, but the sliver of HP will get taken down. They clean him up, and that'll be the cap. 11 seconds remaining for the Paris Eternal.
Massive that they get the time on the clock, because now not only have you taken B, very difficult to do in this meta, but you have a time bank. This looks like a very winnable map now for Paris Eternal in a must-win situation. Every single map they have to win to keep the playoff hopes alive. And so far, so good. Great commitment there to the Nano Blade. Even though they didn't have EMP, they got the opening pick and they committed.
11 seconds left after B. Let's see how Shanghai does on their attack.
Coca-Cola is the official refreshment of the Overwatch League.
Nerf this!
And welcome back. Paris Eternal able to finish here on Hanamura with 11 seconds to spare. Dangerously close to going into overtime, but they get the cap in the end. Shanghai Dragons now going on the attack.
Yeah, Paris have been taking these fights too, where they're really committed. They feel like any staggered kills, and that's enough to press the go button, and they have been pressing it each and every time they get these kills. It looks great when you see Shadowburn on the Genji, but it's how he uses it, you know, so methodically, so carefully before these Dragon Blade fights, and how he looks for those opening kills before pulling the blade. You know, it feels like we're looking at Shadowburn from the beta, you know, 2016, 2017, early days for this player right now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that he started the season as one of the worst Zarya players in the league, and now he gets to play both the Pharah and the Genji on the same map. It's 2019, it's 2-2-2 lock, and this is the world we're living in. Paris could help knock Shanghai Dragons out of playoffs if this performance keeps up.
And maybe help punch their own ticket through. Soon is on that. Widowmaker has already peeled back over towards the point as Youngjin goes on a scouting mission. Spots him out for the moment. Not showing his head for too long. You see Soon is prepared. Looking to nail that shot. Dangerous entry here for the Shanghai Dragons. Got to be worried about both these DPS members. Youngjin with the Storm Arrows looking for the shot. Goes low, and that's going to be Soon cutting him down. Also gets the dink there onto Envy's mech.
They have a res, and they're in a decent spot to actually look for the final push here on this attack.
Got to be careful, though, because they are split. Still have Gamsu and Luffy playing around the front of the point. Cloudy trying to hold that down alongside Finzi. Dropping low there on the back is Ding. Will get taken down. Shadowburn finding the kill.
Ding can't play the way he normally does when there's a Widowmaker on the field. You know, he cannot position himself the same way. He's limited.
Yep.
And this gives Shadowburn the ultimate advantage.
Amazing coma lasted that long, but will get taken down by Soon in the end. It's going to be a trade as Youngjin does manage to come up with two, but Shadowburn finally able to eliminate that enemy Hanzo. Finzi just going to be staying safe, great, able to use that nano boost before getting taken down, but now Cloudy left out the dry, will be eliminated, and Finzi can't make it over towards that health pack. He'll get knocked out now, just going to be looking to pistol down Envy. Might actually be able to do it. He's got a sliver of HP. He knocks him out. That's going to be the self-destruct use, and oh boy, he's got nowhere to go, accepts his fate.
He can't remake.
Cool guys don't look away from explosions. He just goes ahead, faces his demise. That will be the cap for the Shanghai Dragons. 5 minutes. Gonna be in the time bank for them.
Yeah, a fairly weak performance by Finzi overall leading up to that moment, and was able to, or Shanghai was able to, demech him, and then he wasn't able to protect Soon, who was low on health. You could see he was trying to rocket over there, trying to put the defense matrix up, and you're so reliant on Soon's Widow in these moments. Now he does pop the ultimate there, so he has vision. Swaps for a moment, but swaps back.
Well, headshot from Shadowburn. We'll delay this push for a bit unless Koma can get the res, but now, pick your poison. Who do you want to res? It's going to be Luffy coming back in, but now they have to wait for the Hanzo.
Yeah. One of the reasons why Mei is so good is there's just no fall-off damage, no matter what the range is. You can kind of just poke it out, and if you're as good as Shadowburn is at projectiles, you know, eventually you're going to hit those headshots, you're going to body shot Youngjin down, and build 60% of a Blizzard. This is a great start for Paris on a hold they'll need for a long time. Remember, we talked about it earlier, it's very hard to take B on Hanamura, and Shanghai are just taking the meta approach. Ding's been a very lackluster Mei player so far here in stage 4. Let's see if we can turn it around here, as they need this. Shadowburn has Blizzard in just a second. Your Dragon Strike to start.
And Wall's coming in, looking to cut them off. Blizzard slapped down here by Shadowburn. Bomb not going to be able to find anything. And Shanghai Dragons have made their way around to the high ground. Bionade connects on a 4. Shadowburn trying to keep himself safe. Drops out. It's going to get frozen. They'll bite Ding as they look to finish him off. The barrier comes through from Cloudy. Clutch placement to keep him alive. Koma going to be taken down after getting the res there on a Youngjin. Good punishment from the side of the Paris Eternals. They still look to hold back the Shanghai Dragons and drain down the clock. Shanghai dropping now down here onto the low ground, make their way over onto the point. Soon still operating on a flank, looking for an angle. Blizzard taken away from Ding. Finzi finds the eat, soon going to be eliminated, however. Shanghai Dragons, can they make this push worth something? Still on the point, managed to find the kill on the Cruise. For a bit more now, Cloudy alone on the point, slapping down the barriers, trying to stay alive, will be able to trade back with Gamsu, but Envy comes up with a kill on the Cloudy, takes him down, and now is playing forward here onto the point where Soon is trying to get something done, having swapped over onto the McCree. He's unable to do so. Taking their way up, second one gonna be snatched. Can anyone tag? The wall comes in, major denial. And that will be the cap for the Shanghai Dragons, looking alive on their attack.
Yeah, just no way to really have better delay heroes there for Paris. They already had Shadowburn on the Mei. Cloudy was buying time on the Orisa. The Wrecking Ball swap comes in, but he's walled out. And Paris Eternal, this is terrible for them. Very much the losers in terms of time bank. Nearly 2 minutes, or rather nearly 3 minutes behind in time bank right now. And this is a must-win map.
3:41 for the Dragons, 1 minute for the Paris Eternal. Can they pull it off? Let's find out. All right, here we go. Overtime rounds. Paris Eternal getting bumped up to a minute from that 11 seconds that they finished with. Gives Shanghai Dragons a little bit more time. Now, nearly at 4 minutes in their time bank. Will begin on defense. Paris Eternal have to go the distance.
And they won't be able
to attack.
Yeah, and they won't be able to try the Genji strategy this time with only 60 seconds on the clock. You've got to go Moira. You've got to hope for that coalescence push. You can also build a Blizzard quickly. You know, this is before the ultimate nerf that's on live right now, so Blizzard does build very, very fast. And Shadowburn is just going to have to poke right now. You can see their strategy here is just, okay, poke until you get Blizzard. We're going to push in. Soon swaps over to Widow. Didn't go well for him on the defense. They're actually pulling away from the Moira. This is risky here for the Paris Eternal. They're hoping for a straight-up push now onto the point after a Widow pick. But if you don't get one, you're not going to get to touch that point the way you like, the way that you'd like to.
Yeah. Bionade connects in. That's going to be 5 members.
There's the pick.
By Youngjin. Will get taken down. Koma, does he find a res? He does manage to do so, and Envy hounds down that Widowmaker, eliminating Soon. The rest of Paris Eternal shifting around to the side. Will he stick with the Widow? Will he swap over onto the Tracer?
He's
got to pull forward there onto Envy, but now Finzy's going to be taken down. The Tracer swap does come in, but it's 5 seconds, and they still need to tag the point. Push their way forward. Cloudy just taking shot after shot. Youngjin trying to stay alive. They find the elimination. Gray drags in 2. Cloudy going to be gone, but now Youngjin going to be taken down. Envy going to be frozen, likely knocked out of the back. Can't quite finish him off. Transcendence going to be used by Gray just to make sure that they can hold on to this one. And that will be Shanghai retreating, tails between their legs, back over to point B.
Let's take a look at Gray's 2K, because this opens it up. He's got the Discord targets there selected. He's trying to get the Mei. He's unsuccessful, but gets him there after the wall. Is able to then get a mid-air, mid-flight Koma during Guardian's Angel. Those 2 kills really open things up. for the Paris Eternal.
Absolutely huge.
Now they have a chance to even get V here. They don't have anything but the Mei ultimate here, the Blizzard. So let's see if Finzi can eat dings. They have a real fighting chance to take a tick here, and that would be massive.
The wall up comes through. Cloudy's gonna have to make his way over onto the point, but he's gonna be taken down. Can anybody else tag in? Answer's gonna be yes. Finzi does manage to get through with that wrecking ball in the back. Blizzard now gonna be thrown down, dropping down right into the main entryway of point B. Immortality Field buys him a little bit more time, but it seems like that is as good as it gets for the Paris Eternal. But the cap on A, given that they had a minute, is still absolutely huge for them.
It's crazy, we have to keep saying this, but it's going to be a 4-minute hold they need now in order to keep their playoff chances alive. A draw is not good enough.
Yep.
They need 4-0 here, so even if A gets taken, that's where we say goodbye to Paris for play-ins. They will not make it. They will have to defend A completely. They will have to get a full hold now. It's a long time they have to hold for. And I think the question on everyone's mind is, or minds are, is what are they running? Are they running soon on the Widow again? It was pretty lackluster on the defense previously. That's part of the reason why Shanghai have such a great time bank. It looks like they want to operate as they did on Lijiang with the Pharah and Sombra here. And this is a pretty good long-term strategy because you have EMP as a real deterrent to follow-up pushes. You have the ability to, if you win that first fight, kind of always be ahead in terms of ult economy. I don't think Ding will match it. He's going to start with the Sombra to scout, and then he may even try to counter Pharah. That's kind of been his MO in this series so far. It's a scary prospect here, though, for Paris Eternal. You know, because if they don't win this first fight, if they don't get the first EMP, they're going to have a big problem.
I've been informed. Draw will allow Paris Eternal to keep their hopes alive. So that is a chance for them, but they want that win. They want that differential coming off of the victory here on the map to get the sweep. Still, backs against the wall all the same. Pharah, Sombra, let's see how they fare.
Well, good to know for Paris fans out there, there's still a chance, but it's still going to be hard to get that draw soon. Remember, this is his race to EMP. Ding will match the Pharah. Ding will match the Pharah here.
Yep.
And they're actually going to push in deep to try to get behind Cloudy.
Hack on the Young Jin. He's falling low. They can't quite finish him off. Healing starts coming through from Coma. They manage to keep him alive. Shots coming in. It looks for that kill on the Soon. Unable to find it. Bionade not going to hit either, but now Ding going to be taken down in Coma. Punished as he goes for the res. Fantastic stuff here for Finzi. Try to keep him in the fight. Take off now on a Shadow Burn. Cruz taking a bit of damage. I don't think he's going to be able to try to find that res. Gonna have to wait. Now Gray gonna be eliminated. Young Jin taken down soon. Trying to keep the hope alive. EMP is 8% away for the side of the Paris Eternal. As the Valkyrie comes in and Cruz finds the res here onto Gray. Straight onto the point. MV trying to make his way back into the mech, but the push forward is there and Finzi punishes him.
This is a great start. Soon has EMP. So everything that you see in terms of this ult list for the Shanghai Dragons, especially Ding's Barrage, all these things can be deleted in an instant. Great shot there from Shadowburn. This push is going to be slowed. Soon as just waiting for the right moment. Luffy will have to use that nano when the EMP hits. If he gets hacked, the fight is lost.
He keeps coming so close to taking down Coma, just landing one rocket at a time. Just can't quite get that double tap to get that Mercy out of the sky. Soon playing right up here into the front, will translocate back, grabs the Mega Pack, and now he's maybe looking for that EMP. Uses that one, self-destructing to the back, unable to find anything, but 3 members going to be hacked out. Mana Boost going to be thrown forward by Luffy. He can keep everybody else alive, and now Cloudy going to be taken down. Youngjin finds his second as Shadowburn is eliminated. Cruz going to be taken down. Gray soon, the wipe coming through. They take them down to 1 minute and 38 seconds here. As the point will become opened up, Shanghai Dragons will get this cap. They'll get that extra 30 seconds on the board as well.
And this is incredible that Luffy was able to dodge both the EMP and the self-destruct that was in that doorway. He had a line of sight, Finzi did, on the bomb to hit Luffy, but he survived both. Came out unscathed, was able to hit that nano boost to help them push through. The ultimate they were looking for, the entire composition of Paris Eternal was relying on that EMP having success. And Luffy shuts it down. Now they have a great amount of ultimates here to take this map and shut Paris out of playoff contention. 1 tick away.
See what happens. Ding has the barrage ready. Starts poking around the side. Shadowburn low, but can't get that kill. Bomb is out, looking for the kill. Supercharger just gonna be the only thing taken down, but actually just managed to find Finzi's mech at the same time. Coma will be eliminated soon. Trying to drag this one back into their favor as the barrage gets jumped in by Ding. Up over the top, manages to find Cloudy. They get the punish from Finzi. Now it's going to be Cruz gone as well. Youngjin, he's got that Death Blossom online, uses it. D-Matrix is there to chew up a lot of that damage, but now Shadowburn eliminated. Shanghai Dragons are into the point. They're down under a minute, but Cloudy is by himself on the Wrecking Ball, trying to buy some time, but he's going to be taken out. And I don't think anybody else can tag in. Soon now eliminated. Cruz makes it through. Immortality cleaned up. They find the kill. They get the cap. Shanghai Dragons 1-1 on the board, tying up the series.
Such an important win here for Shanghai. You could see the sigh there from Coma. He knew it was a tough fought map, nearly taken out several times by Shadowburn there, but in the end, he perseveres. And the Shanghai Dragons need this win so desperately. They want to be in that top 12. They want to prove to the world this is not the Shanghai of 2018, but this team could go all the way.
Not they could. Still looking for it. We're tied up 1-1 here as we go into halftime. Let's see who takes the lead when we come back.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, now connecting 99% of Overwatch League fans. Catch your league on America's network, T-Mobile. And by State Farm. Whatever life brings your way, State Farm is here to help life go right.
A little bit less fire hopping in general. The fire play is still good. Ding's been decent.
I do love to fire hop.
You know, and I apologize for that pun. I do. But it's important, I think, that you move away from that here a little bit and maybe try to shift the roster a little bit more.
Move away from the Pharah. Well, it seemed both teams did not take Dr. Doa's orders. We've got him here at halftime right now alongside Zoe. Paris Eternal causing problems for the Dragons. It's Spoiler Saturday, and Paris is looking to cause the upset, guys.
Yeah, you know, the thing is at the end of the day, I should have actually looked at the matchup and saw that they were playing against Pharah. Obviously, Shadowburn is a guy that plays a lot.
Known
of
for this hero.
And you know, the thing is, I will say, for the Shanghai Dragons on map 1, the Pharah didn't work out.
It looked good at times.
Follow the doctor's orders.
Definitely cost him at the end.
That's
Let's take
the
a
thing.
look back at that first map. Walk us through Busan here, Doe and Zoe.
Well, the thing is you think it looks fine up until it doesn't, right?
Yeah, but I guess that's how it goes in Overwatch, right? But
Yeah.
honestly, in the direct Pharah v Pharah matchup against Shadowburn, I do think that Ding had the upper hand. He looked so crisp. He hit those arrow rockets like no other, even though I'm saying that
Except for
as
that
we're
one.
looking at Shadowburn's like
He'll get one
actual
here.
highlight reel.
There we
But
go.
no, Ding definitely had his number, and he was mainly concerned about what's going on with Shadowburn. So they had their own little 2v2
This was
going
awesome.
on up in the sky.
The trading kills there.
Yep.
the
I mean,
first round.
this map honestly was one of the greatest Pharah duel maps I think I've ever seen in Overwatch League. Like, it was kind of a 2v2 and a 4v4 happening on the same map at the same time, but
Literally what I just saw.
it was super
Oh,
entertaining.
okay.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this
That's all
matchup.
right.
This
Don't
one
listen
cost
to
him
me.
I was
at the
distracted by
end,
the good
though.
play.
Of course, Ding did not get back to the point. The Shanghai gives Paris the first win. But it was 2 clean rounds for Paris, and you said Shadowburn was the player to watch throughout this series. What did you see from the Russian?
Yeah, I mean, everyone gets excited when we see Genji popping back into the games. On Hanamura, Paris opened up their attack with the Genji and the Sombra, so they went for a little bit more dive heavy, and he looked really good. The first blade didn't get too much done, however, it was the reason why they got the point in the end with his second blade,
Oh, yeah.
which was crisp. They kind of managed to roll onto onto B as well, and once again, the Nano Blade saved the deal for the Paris internal.
Ding tried to get away from that blade. Shadowburn hunted him down. Towards the end, though, Shanghai turned this back in their favor. What did you see from the team, Doa?
Well, that's the thing. You know, we talked a lot about Ding's May going into this one in the pre-show, and I think he's looking a little bit better on that hero today. The thing I criticized specifically was the May walls, but that's a teachable thing, right? That's a player can learn to do better, and I think he was doing a much better job of it on this map, separating the right players from the right players, blocking off important abilities at the end, denying people the ability to get back onto the point and contest. So at the end of the day, so far, so good, I think, for Ding's May.
At the end of stage 3, we all thought Shanghai, looking so strong, definitely going to go into those playoffs. They are now fighting for their lives, trying to stay in the top 12. And a loss today would kind of open the door potentially for teams like the Valiant or the Chengdu Hunters to finish strong. So the question I have for you guys, how does this one play out? Does Shanghai finish strong, or is it going to be Paris causing the upset?
No, I actually think this is still going to go in Shanghai's favor. Maybe this loss right there could potentially have boomed the Paris Eternal, because I think with this loss, they are out officially. So, yeah, that's not really...
Don't trust me, I'm not a numbers guy.
Really? You look like one, though.
Do I?
You do? Dr.
I
Doa,
actually do,
good with
yeah.
numbers. And apparently diagnosing some issues. I want more Pharah in the second half. I disagree with the doctor. Any of you guys want to see more Pharah? We've got a loaded, packed Blizzard Arena today.
Great
Make
Pharah.
some noise, guys. That's going to do it for halftime. When we come back, though, it's a big game 3. Don't go anywhere.
大家好，我是杭州 Spark 主坦郭雪，来自四川。那时候我舅舅会在这有一次又带我去了网吧玩，然后让我看他玩游戏，然后也教我玩，当时他玩的是 CS， 然后后面就有点喜欢上这种东西了嘛。我对 Spark 本期的期待，我希望我们能进入决赛吧，最后能拿到冠军。
I did all right. Did I do okay?
Yeah, I'm playing soccer and we were playing football.
I'm playing soccer and you're playing football. I feel like that's a very nice way of telling me I'm garbage, but I'll take it.
It's fine.
How's it going, everybody? Malik here. I'm getting ready to pick up Hip and Ben Best of the Paris Eternal. Gonna have a little chat with the boys, catch up with them, see how they've been doing. And then we're gonna go play some football, some soccer. They're gonna show me how it's done on the field. We'll see how I do. That coming up on Access Granted, driven by Toyota.
Hey, man.
What's up, boys?
Hello.
I wanna go to the home games, man. When the Paris Eternal have the home games.
Yeah. Before the match, they cry. Avec le 6-3. The pressure you have. As players, it was the best moment of our life, probably.
Do you feel a lot of pressure when you're out there on stage representing an entire country?
I think it's a bit of pressure, but I think it's good as well. Like, we really want to succeed.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
You will go in the goal?
Show me what you got, Ben Best.
Oh là là. Oui, je t'ai dit. Sorry, Malik.
Oh, dang it. I still didn't score. Dang it.
I want to play basket with you.
All right, guys, thank you so much, man. It's obvious I'm a bronze level football player. So I need to learn how to play this game.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's get rolling.
Let's go.
Well, today I learned that I will never get out of bronze rank in soccer or football. I also learned that Ben Best and Hip are very good at the game, so special thanks to those two for joining me. That was Access Granted, driven by Toyota.
All right, well, welcome back. We are tied up here after the half, 1-1, with Shanghai taking a victory on Hanamura. So dangerously close right now between these two teams. Shanghai looking to get that top 12 spot with a victory here.
They certainly are looking for that win, that locked-in play-in spot in a lackluster stage for the defending champions. We do, however, have some interesting substitutions coming in, and we're going to hit those real quick.
Yeah.
So notice DM is coming in,
Hey.
Youngjin. However, Youngjin is not being subbed out. And this is something people have been asking for a long time. Youngjin,
Sliding to the left.
he's subbing in for Envy. He's going to be playing Roadhog. He is by far the best Roadhog player on this team. Now, remember, when you rank the Roadhog players, right, you think about Gregory most of the time versus Envy, right? Because Gregory's had overall a slightly better Roadhog performance than Envy. But Youngjin, you know, he's on the damage role, so you don't see him on the tank, but he was and has been the best Roadhog player. He's been playing Roadhog for them all season. So as we head into King's Row, unless we see something crazy here, this is a pretty cool tech choice from Shanghai Dragons to just put Youngjin onto this role that they've been struggling with a lot. And Orisa Hog is so important on this map. We're really only seeing a few scattered Reinhardt Zaryas, mostly from Chengdu Hunters on this map, so you know you're going to need it. He's on the D.Va for now, which would be insane. It'll be his first professional D.Va game.
They are on the attack, so they got some time on their side to go ahead and flip around, tool around with a couple different things. See where he ends up. I think good boon for them, though, as Paris Eternal have not yet picked up a victory on King's Row.
Yeah. If Youngjin is playing D.Va for real, I think we have serious questions about the Dragons' setup right now and how they are operating. They seem very indecisive. Let's see. I guess we can't judge it, we can't knock it till we see it, but pretty sure first professional game of D.Va if it were true, but it will be. He was just teasing us. The Roadhog we all expected.
Yep. Ding just going to be swapping over onto that far. DM on the Hanzo. Showed us the Widow for a second there, just taking that opening shot, but unable to find it.
Unfortunately, no real halt set up here for the hook. Wall's there as well.
Yep, halt already going to be used. Pull over to the side, and Youngjin going to be dragged in, frozen up, but still manages to stay alive. DM going to be taking a nap for now. Immortality Field tossed in. Hook goes through on a Shadow Burn, but Fincy says nope. Not getting rid of him. Finds the kill. Shadow Burn will inevitably be taken down, but Shanghai Dragons very much going to be held back for now.
You can see the focus for the Eternal is absolutely onto Youngjin right now. They know the threat of the Hog. He's constantly the target of Shadowburn. He saved himself from the freeze with the hook, but he can't save himself from the counter hook from Benzi. As the attacking Roadhog, you're always going to be at disadvantage, especially around a corner like this, on a statue like this. It's kind of like two corners you have to peek around if you're the Hog. He's going to go around the statue once more, it looks like here. Hooked.
Yep, pull through onto Youngjin. The Bionade this time will ensure that he gets taken down.
You can see that Paris really wants to focus him. And when you see a substitution like this, you know, you're always thinking, let's get this guy.
And there's another perfectly set up alt hook. And it's such a crucial lacking on the side of the Shanghai Dragons, not having that Mei wall to deny away these alt hook combos.
Yeah, Cloudy has been such a boon for Paris in this meta on the Orisa. He's setting up great hogs, setting up great halts for the Hog, Finzi in this case. Pulled pork as they call it.
Or the oink and yoink. Looking for that one, but Goms has got the fortify. We'll just go flying into the air. Another pull over to the side. Mei wall's there from Shadowburn. Pretty sure that no one gets dragged in, but soon going to be taken down. There's no way to get a res in, but Window's going to be dropped through, and as Gamsu does get yoinked this time, he will be eliminated. No way to stay alive for that much damage.
Early Immortality Field means this Dragon's Strike could be huge.
Oh, Shadowburn trying to play on the flank. The Blizzard's still going to be used. And he gets taken down. The barrage out from Ding, manages to find 3. Now is looking for Cruz, gets him mid-air. Quad kill for the Pharah. Shanghai Dragons finally break through.
Using that Immortality Field early around the corner, as Cruz did there, seemed like the right decision from him at the time because someone was about to get picked. And when you use that to save that one person, then you open yourself up for stuff like this. Now look, the Dragon Strike's going to zone them behind the barrier in such a way where this is going to be an easy quad kill here for Ding. And I mean, that's all it takes.
Well, back into the action. Finzi's going to be popping the whole Hog, pushes forward towards the archway, manages to find 2. Ding as well, going to be eliminated, so 1.5 the team going to be gone. Paris Eternal already set up, got straight back in to get that archway control.
Shadowburn very far away from a Blizzard since Shanghai haven't really been pushing forward that much to give him opportunities to right-click in. But he will have it here if they can keep holding this choke. It's so unfortunate for Paris that he doesn't have it now. This should be the exact time you want to use it as the cart rolls through.
I mean, given that he's already built up 65%, that's pretty darn quick. They look for that hook there, unable to find it again. And the Dragon Strike going to be tossed in soon, just throwing that one straight through the archway. Around the back is Ding. Pharmacy comp has made it in behind. Good hook there. Will eliminate DM, so an exchange on the Hanzos. Ding is still sitting behind them. Window going to be used. See Cruz trying to shoot through that to find an angle here on the Ding to be able to knock him out of the sky. But even if you do that, very likely that Coma will be able to get that res successfully. Rock online, Nano going to be used. The hook comes in. Can they get the kill? They're trying to take him down. Mirage going to be dumped in, but Finzi has a right click. It's the headshot, takes him out. Luffy going to be eliminated as well, but now Cloudy and Cruz taken down on the side of the Paris Eternal. Still trying to hold control of this archway as the Dragon Strike gets used by DM, but soon comes in back on the Tracer. Manages to find the kill. Now tries to take down Luffy, uses the recall. Sees just how low that Ana is, finds the hit. Paris Eternal, can they actually stabilize and maintain control here? I don't think so. Already see Finzi playing back on the corner. They're gonna have to let this go.
That was a great delay by Soon though. Building a whole full spawn basically through that stagger that he was looking for. Does get taken out here, but he'll probably swap anyways.
Well, Finzi not quite getting that full body shot that he wants. Can't get rid of the Pharah.
Yeah. Gonna be 3 on the cart here. They're looking for max push potential as they got that stagger kill. They know Paris can't contest soon. Will swap, as we were alluding to the McCree here. That's trying to help deal with Ding's Pharah. Ding doesn't have a lot of wiggle room really in terms of movement. So pick on to Gray, but yeah, Ding, you know, when you're in these corridors, you don't have a lot of space to avoid the McCree on, especially once you get under this archway.
Well, still, when you got this much control and you're just pulling everybody together, things start looking pretty good for the Shanghai Dragons, and Ding can just go ahead and benefit from it. As everyone just gets halted together. Clean kills coming through for the side of the Shanghai Dragons overall. Lose that on 2, but they still manage to push through all the same.
Youngjin hasn't missed a single hook, by the way. He's top 3 right now in hook accuracy in the league across this season. He's 100% right now. Well, caster curse.
Doesn't quite find it. He's still at 90%. That's still pretty damn impressive stuff.
It certainly is.
It's not too bad.
It certainly is. People say caster curse isn't real, but it is.
Yes, it is. But Dragon Strike going to be rolling in. Barrage from Ding gets rid of the Immortality Field. Can't find too much else from that. Bionade forces him to play up onto that high ground, and no one can take him down. No can go right back into the fight. Finzi just taking a nap, will get woken up, has that whole hog ready to go. They're looking for the Hulk pull over on the side, unable to find it as the wall gets used. Supercharger used by Gamsu. Now Cloudy going to be matching, but that's going to get cleaned up very swiftly. Dink manages to find that with the help of the whole hog there from Youngjin, but the blizzard from Shadowburn sets up the kills as he finds a double.
But now the question has to be asked, does Ding swap? I mean, he's still alive here, and, you know, he might get out. Unfortunately, Kuma won't be so lucky. But, you know, at this point, you know, you're in line of sight of Soon's Widow most of the time. You can see he's operating around that archway, or the platform, you know, kind of thing that Reapers teleport into. He's going to swap over to the main now, as makes sense. But when Soon has line of sight against you, and you're trying to operate around that archway and the platform up there, where you can see Gray and Shadowburn are standing, like, you're not going to get much damage done. So Soon may have to swap in response, but he's got a good angle right now and high ground.
Maywall's blocking these hooks from coming through. Ding, gonna be taken down. Great bionade there from Gray, has the follow-up shot. There's Eternal. Got a bit of a vice grip now on this card. Not gonna be releasing it. You can see that peel around the backside is gonna be dropping off. Gamsu and Youngjin thought maybe they were gonna try to play inside, but taking the smarter approach and just going for the full reset.
The Sideshow's been hitting on it quite a lot on the Watchpoint show, post and pre, but Shanghai's been struggling against Widow and against Pharah, and it's ironic that those are the heroes they won stage 3 with. But Soon is not going to swap, and he keeps getting these shots. He has a great angle, he has high ground control. You got to respect it. I mean, one of the best Widows in the league right now, even on a team that might not make playoffs.
Yep. Well, speaking of,
Cast for Blessing this time.
yeah. A curse for the Dragons, however. That's going to be the halt to get the pull through onto Youngjin. Dragon Strike still going to be used by DM. Immortality Field, however, is there to greet the Dragon.
This is looking like a hold here. I mean, Paris have Blizzard. They still have that high ground control. They have Full Hog and the Supercharger. The Dragons have only a Nano. DM is going to try to use the grapple to get into position to challenge, but it's so unlikely.
Oh, there's a Supercharger right here at the front. Gamsu trying to drop the barrier. The Maywall coming up, just trying to approach. Window going to be used. Somebody's going to make their way over onto the point. So far, no one's been able to do so, and that's just going to be the way that it all bleeds down. It hits overtime. No one can tag. The cart gets halted. They make it pretty darn close to the end. They can't get over that finish line.
Paris Eternal looking fantastic in this series. Youngjin subbed in for Roadhog, but it's Finzi who steals the spotlight in the Roadhog v Roadhog matchup. Soon gets to play Widow. They have ultimate control over that choke point in particular because they took the fights they needed to get Soon where he wanted to be.
Well, really solid defense there from the Paris Eternal. Now we have to see how they fare on the attack and whether or not they can finish on King's Row to keep the hopes alive.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by Zip Chair Gaming, the official chair supplier of the Overwatch League.
Team up for special attack.
And here we go, Paris Eternal. It will stop the cart right there. Big glowing rectangle. Shanghai Dragons now going to be shifting over onto the defense. Paris on the attack. looking to move forward in this series, make it a 2-1 advantage for them.
For the defense here, it will be Youngjin on the hog again, so still no Diva as expected. If you were going to be running any of that, you'd expect Gegri to be in, or even Envy for that matter. Running the Mei from the outset here, no Pharah attempt on the defense. We've seen it a lot on King's Row, but Ding is just going to keep it meta right now, and soon looking to try to find an angle. He's not facing against DM's Widow, which he might have expected with the Pharah, so this might be a little bit less impactful than he was hoping. He'll at least go for a full push here.
Short grapple over on the other side. A lot of shots being spammed through from Luffy. Looks for those stray headshots to come in with the orb. Soon still plays around that low ground. For the pull in. Unable to find it. Mei Walsh is coming up from both sides. Slow advance here over onto the point though. Cloudy gets a barrier set down right on the corner. Hook looking for that one. Immortality Field's going to be coming in, but they instantly clean that up with the Storm Arrows. Cruz will fall, but it's at the cost of Youngjin. Now don't have that combo. Because he's still looking for his own, but soon finds two. Gray finds another onto his counterpart, Zenyatta. Takes him down. Cloudy going to be eliminated. A single tick, nearly gained here by the Paris Eternal, but Shanghai Dragon still able to play forward onto the point with the help of Ding. But as I say that, another caster curse will come through, and Finzi manages to find the kill. Jim jumping up, looking to take down soon. Immortality Field's out for both of these teams. It's going to be the Paris Eternal who are able to clean things up.
Soon with a phenomenal performance here, but it's actually Finzi who sets him up, because Finzi is breaking these barriers from Gamsu. Gamsu's barriers are not lasting. These are not soon grapple kills. You know, oftentimes in this meta you have to grapple to get above the enemy barriers, ice walls, things like that. He actually was hitting most of those shots on the ground because the barriers were always broken of Gamsu.
For the pull again, that hook not going to connect. The Blizzard comes in. Transcendence is out, but the wall comes in to try to cut off some of that healing. Whole hog now, though, pushed into the corner. And that is just going to be the cleanup as Gamsu and Luffy both get taken down. Cart given a lot of free space here, and it seems like the Paris Eternal not even going to have to worry about breaking through the archway. Job is already done.
I have to say, you know, despite Youngjin's hog being great for him across multiple metas, the sniper metas we saw back when he was on Panthera, and him playing it oftentimes earlier this year, Finzi is absolutely outdoing him right now, and his hog looks a little bit suspect, to be honest, at this point. I know it's a smart substitution given the history, but it's not working out.
Well, that's a good pull through. Does manage to find one on to Cloudy. Mortality Field now going to be taken down. Cruz eliminated by the Dragon Strike. Shanghai Dragons still have a plethora of ultimates to use to try to regain control of this cart. Supercharger with the whole hog as well as the Blizzard ready to go.
Yeah, this is a very scary setup for Dragons. Soon's going to get staggered here. Thought he was sneaky, thought he was cute, but gets caught. Now they've got, not only do they win this fight, but they've kind of got control of this archway where they can use those ultimates you talked about, particularly the Blizzards who have great impact here. But Finzi on the side! Goodbye, DM! The flanking Finzi is the scariest.
Yep.
That eliminates all possibilities of the team fight we were talking about with all those ultimates you just listed out.
We're not ready for that one. Now Blizzard going to be tossed in by Ding. Transcendence out from Gray. Shadowburn matches with the Blizzard of his own, so everybody's going to get frozen up on the side of the Shanghai Dragons. And there you go. The cleanup comes through. 4 members gone, now 5.
All on Finzi, man. He made it happen with that flank kill. You can't take the fight you're looking for. The trance comes through from Gray, and they have the counter Blizzard, and now they are just rolling into B.
Yep, just cruising their way forward. No pun intended. And we'll just go ahead.
He is usually the one on the cart, isn't he?
4.5 minutes, and they don't even have to finish the map. This is looking pretty darn good for the side of the Paris Eternal.
No fear here, as the Paris are absolutely playing their hearts out.
Well, Cloudy going to be taken down.
Yeah, nice little hook there from Youngjin, who does strike back.
This just be a trade-off here on the Superchargers.
If you're the Eternal, you're not too worried about that, though, because you've actually, in this fight, built a better Blizzard charge than Ding has through the poke damage from Shadowburn. So you're actually trading a few seconds for actually a Blizzard, basically.
There for the pull, it's going to be the Dragon Strikes. 2 ships passing in the night, looking for some kills. Finzi going to be taken down, and Diem manages to find 3 in the end. Follows up with a headshot onto Gray. Only 2 snagged by the side of the Paris Eternal.
A little bit odd, the walk out of the Immortality Field we saw there. A little bit of cult action as well to make it easier, but...
It's been happening from time to time. It seems like people are just kind of...
Well, sometimes you feel like...
attracted to the Dragon Strike.
Sometimes you feel like the Dragon Strike is past and you can walk forward and continue to chase and punish, but, you know, in this case it wasn't quite done and they kind of walked into it there. But they still get the better trade.
Well, DM's going to be forced back now. And Al actually finished off. Gray finds the kill. Luffy going to be taken down as well. Very solid start as the Blizzards comes in from both teams. Ding manages to get the better of Shadowburn, but Finzy's in the back line. He's got a whole hog, and he is ripped with people to shreds. Ding now going to be eliminated. Cart still advancing, rounding that final corner as Youngjin will be killed off. The pull forward, but doesn't even matter. No one can tag, even with Gamsu swapping over Paris Eternal. They managed to put another map win on the board, 2-1 after the victory here on King's Row.
See, all the Shanghai fans in the world are starting to panic a little bit here. This should be the match that was the easy win for the Dragons. If they don't win this one, they've got to beat Spark, and that is going to be a much tougher matchup. The Dragons in serious trouble here. They need to turn this one around.
Yep, well, we'll see if they can do it. Can they tie us up again 2-2? Let's find out when we come back for what could very well be the last map.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
Welcome back, guys. It's your league, and it's time to cast your vote for the Team Overwatch League MVP. Vote for your favorite finalist on the Twitch overlay, or take to Twitter using the hashtag ALMVP and the players battle tag. Make sure you guys get your votes in soon, because it ends on August 25th, the last day of the Kit Kat Rivalry weekend. So make sure you get those votes in before you miss out.
Yeah, make sure you get them in, but you know, if you want to wait till the end, as I have, and Achilles has, most of our casting crew have, wait till you get to the
You see a little bit more.
You know, like, for example, we're not seeing Super and Sinatra play a whole lot right now. You know, does that impact your vote? Maybe, maybe not. You know, these are things to consider.
Yeah, for sure. But back into the series here now. Shanghai Dragons, backs are against the wall. You know, if they lose this series, they're not out of playoff contention. But as you said before the break, they would have to take down the Spark next weekend. And that is a series that they don't want to have to rely on for making it into their first season playoffs. I mean, could be one of the only Chinese teams excluded if that's going to be the case. Chengdu still up for grabs for their playoff spot. But guys, we do have a very interesting substitution. Izayaki is going to be subbing in for Coma. Luffy's still sticking through.
So this is a bit of a weird sub, because this puts us in a position where we have two flex supports on the roster here. Youngjin will stay in the tank role, no substitution there. Now, Luffy and Coma have both played throughout their careers a little bit of main support. So, you know, the question is here now, will we see Luffy play some of the Lucio, for example, or Mercy? Izayaki coming in here, if they're going to run something like an Ana Zenyatta, the win rate for that composition is very low. at the moment. We know Luffy's a great Ana player. Izayaki made a name for himself on the Zenyatta. But that combination together hasn't been working out for teams. We saw the Gladiators attempt it yesterday to disastrous results. So as we head into Havana here, we only have questions, and Shanghai will have to give us the answers. Just hope if you're a Shanghai fan, you like the answer, because this has been a very weak series for the Dragons and an overall weak stage 4 for this team that started off weak, had a high peak in stage 3.
The highest peak that you could have. You can see that both teams here historically doing quite well on Havana, so let's see who comes out this time.
It's a great map. It's a great map for Widow. So, you know, it's no surprise that Soon would have led his team to a pretty good win rate here. In fact, you know, 3-0. It's, you know, no losses, but it's not that many maps, but still, undefeated record. The Dragons are, at the moment, looking like they may run Izayaki on the Batiste, and that makes a lot more sense to have a Batiste specialist right now for a map where Batiste has been at his strongest. We saw on Route 66 Rascal yesterday play support, and he's the one who pioneered Batiste play in the league, so a little bit less surprising, but we'll see how Izayaki does.
Soon. Got that right side flank angle going on as the rest of the Paris Eternal going to be playing forward here by the gas station. Barrier still set up for Gamsu as they look to break that one down. Hooks from both sides, not going to find connections. Soon still just waiting patiently. Finds the shot!
And that's why you're patient.
Yep. Didn't reveal his location, so...
100% scope critical hit accuracy right now on the map.
Top of the league! Well, solid stuff. If you want to play that, then I'm like, oh, Finzy's got 0% hook accuracy right now, Wolf.
Oh, no.
Look at that wall. But, yep, wall comes up. Cutting them off. Soon now just shifting over plays at the main street. Shadowburn still operating here on the high ground. Right clicks coming through. They managed to find a pull. Can't get the kill yet, but now the immortality field is going to be gone. Drop down Discord Orb there onto Youngjin. He'll get cleaned up. Soon finds the headshot. He's got the nice back angle there on Gamsu to set up the kills as Soon just continues to clean it up. Looking for the very cheeky flank, does finally manage to take down that Widow, however.
They're not running Mercy, so actually that pick is really important because Shanghai will be able to push out now for the first time with no threat of Widow. For just a few seconds here, they have this tiny window of time right now where they could push through, and that they will. You can see the setup for Paris is now just give up this first street and try to operate around the point itself, point A, where it now Soon has that line of sight.
A lot of shots coming through. Gray going to be taken down. Caught off guard, perhaps. And now Shadowburn eliminated as well by those Storm Arrows. Dragon Strike will get tossed in by DM, looking for another pickup. The wall comes through, cutting off Cloudy from the rest of his team, and he will get taken down. Look used by Finzy, still playing up here by the card, but he's all on his lonesome. It's just a matter of time.
Just a matter of time. And Ding has Blizzard for the contest here. Shadowburn has his own. It's a D.Va-less map at the moment, so this is going to get a little bit crazy. We will see the Blizzard Venn diagram tossed. Transcendence available for both teams too, so who uses it second actually will have the advantage, both the Blizzard and the Trance. Good wall here.
Yep, wall going to be used. Supercharger. Back around the corner, the wall comes up, and soon going to be taken down. Actually sniped by DM, who follows up onto the Supercharger. As the barrier falls, finds a nice angle for that one. Just killing off all of the electronics as the immortality field will also be taken down by the Hanzo. Shanghai Dragons, after a little bit of a rough start, just glide their way through the remainder of the start here of Havana.
Better than the Blizzard really for Shanghai is that they had the wall set up to where Shadowburn couldn't use his own counter Blizzard. So they tried to use the Trance to outlast it, but it was a losing battle. Luffy keeps the Transcendence.
Yep.
And this is a fantastic position for Shanghai because they have these choke points controlled with Dragon Strike. So Cruz has to be really careful about how he uses this next immortality field. He had a missed one on King's Row, if you'll remember. It's out early, and here comes a Dragon Strike.
Yep, window going to be used now. The Dragon Strike rolling through, as you say. Immortality field still online, however, so everyone going to stay topped up.
Yeah, they couldn't snipe it in time, actually, despite the line of sight there. So sigh of relief on the Paris side here for that moment.
Yeah, alleviating a lot of pressure here, opening them back up to access this cart. Soon just plays up here onto the high ground. Taking some shots, trying to get that Dragon Strike ready to roll.
That was a really nice sonic arrow there from Soon to kind of get that extra information. Almost gets him that kill there onto Ding.
Almost loses his life as well. Wall going to be used. Shanghai Dragons try to break their way through.
Shadowburn's been phenomenal on the Mei against these hooks from Youngjin, which is why he's underperforming.
Pushing up, the Blizzard's going to be ready to go. Ding uses his Shadowburn, wraps around the corner, manages to make it into the ice block, but Cloudy's going to be the first one to fall. The Mortality Field is out. Shanghai Dragons looking like they're just going to be able to turn this one on its head.
Remember that Transcendence we talked about that Luffy saved? He used it. He had it. Gray was 10% away, about 15 really at the beginning of that fight. That's the difference maker in, you know, Double Blizzard, is having that Transcendence. And that's why you see Zenyatta so much on maps that have choke points like this, because it can be such a great deterrent.
Sees the approach. Dragon Strike tossed in. Cloudy, left by himself, will get taken down. Cart rounding the final corner. Do they try to contest this? Do they peel back?
They have trans for the contest. I think they should definitely try for it.
It's going to be the peel back.
They have to go through a choke point here to contest, so it is risky, and you do run the risk of giving Ding another Blizzard. But I think with the tools you had, it was absolutely an argument to make to contest that. But they're going to play the long game here.
Yeah, they want to get set up here on this corner, it would seem. Hiding behind these silos, I suppose you could call them. Dragon Strike.
Who knows?
Out by the cart. Kamsu going to be eliminated.
I was just going to say, who knows what they're making in there? We'll never know.
What's a distillery? So we do know.
Well, I mean, what are they distilling? We'll never know.
I don't know.
Could be making, you know,
some kind of oil-based beverage, it would seem.
Yeah.
They get the halt there on the Gamsu, but no hook to be found.
It's not bench fight. Know that.
No, it is not. Supercharger. Use the wall coming in, trying to keep everybody safe, but the hook is good on the DM. He's trying to play cheeky, get up on top of those silos. Will get taken down.
I mean, how many times are we going to watch Finzi thread the needle this series?
He's been phenomenal overall.
That was an incredible hook. I mean, through the distilled beverage and the box crate there, after the halt comes through from Cloudy, and again, wall's enough to save whoever he hooked there.
Whole Hog nearly online and trying to clear them off the cart. Transcendence going to be forced out from Gray. Immortality Field used as well. We'll take down Izzyakis as he falls lower and lower. Gets frozen. So far the kill not going to be found. It's going to be Cruz actually taken down as far as the Batiste are concerned, but now no damage dealers to the side of the Shanghai Dragons. They lose that on Ding and DM. Now Youngjin as well. Going to be eliminated. Clutch wall coming in from Shadowburn helps keep Cloudy alive.
Pretty questionable Transcendence there from Luffy as well. There was no way that was going to turn the fight. And now it's a tool that's missing for potentially an upcoming Blizzard. Shadowburn has line of sight advantage.
Oh, great pull in there on Agamsu, takes him low. Luffy gets that Orb of Harmony through just in time.
Poking so much of this Blizzard charge away right now, and when they don't have a chance to counter it, this is a really fantastic position. He's getting kills with it too.
There on the drop down, Whole Hog comes in, wall instantly to respond. Now they have the barrier, the Immortality Field. To still play forward here onto the cart. Paris Eternal taking Shanghai Dragons down to about a minute now. Pull comes in. Gamsu going to be taken out. Finzi will be eliminated, so they managed to find a 1-for-1 exchange. Shadowburn, however, still playing quite far forward. Will get eliminated by Luffy.
It's actually winnable now. This is winnable.
Oh my goodness! He just comes up with 3-2 of those being headshots.
This is winnable for the Dragons, this fight. When you trade like that, you take out Shadowburn, that's your biggest concern, right? Before you have Transcendence, Luffy used it a fight ago. Watch DM pop off here. He turns us around.
Yeah, just finding the shots. Just as soon jumps up over top of that barrier. Great shots from DM.
Luffy,
breakthrough.
If he builds this trance for the point, that's going to be huge. There's a tiny time window Shadowburn has to Blizzard before that's ready. It's going to be close.
Supercharger. In for Cloudy. Gamsu, so very low. Youngjin as well, nearly eliminated. Gets a Bionade, gets frozen. Will be taken down to the Dragon Strike, manages to find Ding. We're down to 10 seconds here, and Paris Eternal looks like they may just be able to hold this one off. Shanghai Dragons need a bit of a miracle right now if they're gonna be able to finish the map on Havana. Finzi's got the whole hog out, pushes everybody back. Even the Transcendence from Luffy is not enough to enable them to touch. It will be held off. And again, we have a very similar situation in King's Row, where Paris Eternal don't even have to finish the map to be able to take this victory.
So, something that Achilles and I should acknowledge going into what could end this series is that previously we had mentioned that Paris needed a 4-0 to make playoffs, right? And that was actually not true.
We're a little misled.
And there's a lot of chaos, obviously, when there's 5 teams competing for those top 12 slots and the bottom part of those not making it.
There's only 2 slots left.
It's extremely unlikely, so don't get your hopes up too much, Paris fans, but a win here on Havana which is now that Shanghai hasn't finished the map, it's a win condition is available if they just have to basically finish the map. Paris still has a very small chance of making playoffs, but for the Dragons, this is a huge implication. Not only, like, it's a twofold implication against the Dragons. One is they're not guaranteed top 12. They have to play against Spark, which is a tougher opponent. And even if they make play-ins, with how they're playing against a team that potentially will be not in the play-ins, it's not a good look. I mean, it doesn't look like Shanghai's making top 6 right now. And you know, the roller coaster of emotions that Shanghai Dragons fans have felt over 2018 and, you know, all of this year where they got their first win, got their first playoffs, and then got a title, to then go from that peak, that high, you know, to potentially the lowest of lows and not making playoffs would be such a disappointment.
Yep. Fairly similar setup here for the Shanghai Dragons playing forward, but it will be DM on the Hanzo, not on the Widowmaker. Soon we'll be looking for an opportunity to click some heads. Spots out Izzyaki there for the moment, but can't quite get that hit, but Kamsu gonna be yoinked in, and Finzi manages to find the kill. Solid start already breaking through the defenses here, as he will just stop Youngchin from being able to take down Cloudy, keeps his tank line safe, and that will be the cart advancing.
Yeah, this is actually a great start here for Paris Eternal. Shadowburn didn't build a ton of Blizzard charge because the rest of this team was doing the heavy lifting on that frontal attack, basically. I mean, Shanghai was right up in their faces, so felt like Paris was the defending team, and they defended well.
Oh, Finzi getting pulled in. Ult into the hook.
Just didn't expect him to come out of that side, because it's the predictable side, but Youngjin just takes the path most traveled.
He was hunting for somebody else, got caught off guard by that one. Amp Matrix going to be used by Cruz. And soon, right up close and personal, takes down DM for that next shot. But yeah, that is just going to be the sweep coming through. Shanghai Dragons completely eliminated. Nice team wipe here. Paris Eternal going to glide their way into point A, bump up the time bank very significantly.
Shanghai, without Transcends, there's just no real way to contest this. It would be a silly move. Look at where Shadowburn is on the left side. He's waiting for just that potential mistake. He was on the left side here. He would have been able to easily Blizzard behind them with no Diva there. He could still set up for that flanking Blizzard.
This is a sneaky Shadowburn. He's into the back. Oh, he's been spotted now. Nope, don't want that one. We'll use the wall, has that mini pack to keep him sustained a little bit.
Yeah, people always wonder why don't we see more flanks in Overwatch League. It's because you get scouted easily at this level of play and then you get punished.
They have an opportunity now. He is completely cut off. We'll go ahead and get rid of DM. No way to rest. Okay, Transcend is going to be used. Paris Eternal, can they get something done with this?
I don't think so, to be honest with you. That was probably, honestly, that was probably a fat finger. I don't think that was intentional at all.
Not sure.
Because you need that for the Blizzard that Shanghai have in this choke point. You absolutely need that ultimate, so.
The Immortality Field not going to cut it when there's a Hanzo with Storm Arrows on the other side.
I mean, he may have thought he misheard the Blizzard sound. But that's all I can guess. That's a huge loss for Paris.
Yeah, either way, not great. Supercharger going to be taken down. So Paris lose out on that. Immortality Field has been used as well. But they get a freeze there on the tank, but great Immortality Field from Izzyaki will keep him alive. Solo Dragon Strike onto Soon will displace him, pushes him back over the main entryway here with the rest of the team. I can talk. It's my job. Ting going to be taken down. Nice headshot there from Soon. Does find one, gets another dink onto Izzyaki, but the Immortality Field keeps him alive through it.
The Solo Dragon Strike's the only respect that the Dragons are showing Soon right now is he's taking their heads off. They're poking out right into his line of sight. Oh, look at the Shadowburn setup here. This is so sick.
Wall comes in, Soon fights two. Both support's gonna be headshot. Now duking it out with DM, gets the dink, sprays him down with a left click. Soon is on the board. He is looking for that win.
This is amazing. The resurgence of Paris here in stage 4 with signature heroes of two legends. They say form is temporary, but class is permanent, and that is absolutely true of Soon and Shadowburn here. Here he comes. You're gonna watch this again as he flanks behind during the wall that Shadowburn set up. This is a two-person effort, and that's gonna glide them into B.
Yep, Whole Hog used there by Finzi, just pushing back the Shanghai Dragons, ensuring that no one can touch the cart. So now they have 4 minutes to push through just in front of Point C to win this series and keep their playoff hopes alive. Lutfi's trying to shut that down, manages to find one. As soon as get eliminated, Gray's still going to be using the Transcendence to keep them alive as the Blizzard was out from Ding. Dragon Strike going to be tossed in. Unable to find any kills, but it does push them back away from the cart. But now they have this awkward position where respawns are coming in from the right-hand side. And Matrix is going to be used, and oh man, Youngjin is sent into orbit. Finzi taking him down, and it is just a slaughter at the hands of the Paris Eternal. Another team wipe.
3-0 on this map so far this season. Looking to make it a 4-0 right now. This doesn't even look like a game. This doesn't look like a competition. Paris are destroying the Shanghai Dragons, ripping them apart. It's not even close. And, you know, as we mentioned, they still have a very small chance of playoffs. There's always a shot. And they're playing like they're in playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Absolute phenomenal performance from this squad.
Smurfing in flat right now, it would seem. Supercharger going to be dropped onto the high ground. However, they break line of sight with that, so not going to be benefiting from it, but doesn't seem to matter.
Nice little wall set up here to try to trap Shadowburn. He gets away.
And still got the tag onto him, but couldn't quite finish him off, even with the help of that Discord Orb.
DM just patiently waiting for an opportunity here. It's the duel that we've all been waiting for, DM versus Soon.
Yep, looking for the pull. Shadowburn gonna be yoinked in, will be taken down.
That was actually cool to see too. In that moment, that's when DM capitalized. Soon was trying to snipe in the Halt. That was their one chance of turning this fight around. And DM looked for Soon the second the Halt came through because he knew Soon would not be looking at him, but rather at the halted heroes.
Well, now he's got walls up. Soon gonna be matching. Which Widow can come out on top? They both know exactly where each other are. As Cloudy does get tagged. Hulk back through. DM nearly cut off. Transcendence going to be used by Gray, but soon manages to find the headshot, takes him down. Blizzard is out. They're frozen for the moment. Shadowburn will be killed off as Luffy finds two. Double headshots coming in for the Zenyatta this time. Gets rid of Finzi. Now Cloudy going to be gone. The front line broken down. Paris Eternal held off, down below 2 minutes now.
And it's really DM's Widow that's been changing the equation here. He's finding these hits onto Soon.
Oh boy.
As Soon now tries to take the flank angle he's so famous for. Ding calls him out. Soon is so famous for taking these backdoor Widow attempts, right? Getting behind enemy lines and hitting those headshots. He does it all the time. On this map, we've seen it multiple times. Shanghai did their homework. Ding finds him there. And this is actually Soon, who's been the strength of this team for this map, is suddenly just not able to get anything done because DM has countered him here by mirroring the composition.
It's been rough overall for the Shanghai Dragons, but we do know that DM is still quite good at Widowmaker. He's looking for the shot there onto Soon, trying to weave them through. Ding gonna be taken down. Now the Blizzard in from Shadowburn, the Bionade connecting onto 3. DM gonna be eliminated. Izayaki gonna be gone. Left with the Transcendence, it's just not enough. Now they push forward, a minute remaining still for the Paris Eternal on the final approach. Walls are out, Ding's gonna be swapping over onto the Tracer, but will that be good enough?
Gamsu on the Wrecking Ball, they have to buy time
Good
somehow.
body shot, DM knows. He knows that the walls are still there, somebody's gonna have the tag, but Ding's gonna be taken down. They get the hold on the Gamsu, and he cannot tag through! The Paris Eternal push their way to the end of Havana. They take the series 3-1.
And it was such a great series. The Halt there from Cloudy actually prevents the grapple speed increase on the Wrecking Ball, so he can't get on the point. A phenomenal series from Paris. They keep the hopes alive there as eternal as their name would suggest. And for the Dragons here, this is a bad look. I mean, this was a very weak series for a team that tried a few things that were out of the ordinary. No Geguri subbed in. It's Youngjin who steps into the hog role, gets outperformed by Finzi. We see Izayaki attempt the double flex support there with the Batiste, but it isn't enough to stop legendary DPS duos Shadowburn and Soon. The Shanghai Dragons are not out yet, but it is going to only get harder from here.
Yeah, both teams still in the running for those final 2 spots in the top 12 for the play-in tournament. A rough road ahead for both of them. Paris Eternal a bit out of their hands. Still mathematically possible, but the Shanghai Dragons gonna have to try to go through the Hangzhou Spark. I mean, next week, it's all gonna come down to that for them. Will they be able to make it into their first season playoff, or will they be one of the only Chinese teams left behind? Again, Chengdu Hunters, they could still very well make it in. There's a world where Shanghai Dragons are the only Chinese team that does not qualify for the top 12, so they are looking to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah, I mean, For the Shanghai Dragons, you've got one match left. It's going to be at the KitKat Rivalry weekend.
Yep.
That's going to be your entire focus. Spark, very inconsistent in this stage, but looking better right now than they were at the beginning of Stage 4. But I mean, you just got bopped by Paris. I mean, you got owned. So
It was close at the beginning.
you got to
ran
go
away
back
with it.
Yeah, you got to go back to the drawing board here because putting Youngjin on the hog isn't going to work. Going for the Pharah, Doomfist isn't going to cut it. You know, you can't stick with your comfort picks and your mechanical strength alone. When this team's got mechanical strength, Paris does, and they've got the coordination to back it up. Shanghai are looking very lost right now. And, you know, it's like Doa said, it kind of feels like a Shangover when you're on top of the world and you've crushed it and you've gone further than your org ever has. You've gone further than your old team Kongdu Panthera ever has. It's really hard to stay composed. It's really hard to keep it together in a changing meta when every single person is rooting for you. You're the underdog of the world if you're the Shanghai Dragons. There's so many expectations.
Well, let's go ahead and see who our player of the match is for this series, presented by Omen by HP. And it's Finzi coming out on top. This guy played a phenomenal Roadhog all the way through, as well as his D.Va.
Yeah, his D.Va was great. I mean, look at this protection on the cruise to get the res off. He played a better Roadhog than, you know, Youngjin, who was arguably, historically, a better hog than he is, and he was subbed into the role, but he just hit these crazy hooks through walls. He hits them through these narrow choke points. He has so many flank kills and setups that won Paris a lot of these fights. You look at Soon and Shadowburn popping off, a lot of this is made possible by Finzi's opening kills that allow them to come in and be aggressive. Soon and Shadowburn, make no mistake, they both played a phenomenal series as well, but I think it's Finzi who's really the big game changer. And this is an upset win for Paris Eternal that keeps their chances, although they are very slim, alive here for potential play-ins.
Yeah, like I said, mathematically possible, but either way, even just going off on that victory would still probably be a good send-off here for the Paris Eternal, but still in the running for those final two spots. Going to be looking to lock those down. Let's go ahead and take a look at our standings here. See the Dragons still going to be in that 11th place spot, but their hopes dwindling as time goes on. Chengdu Hunters right there on their heels.
All of the teams that are in front of Paris will have to lose the remainder of their matches. Look at the difference in map differential between Valiant and Eternal right now. You're really hoping for the Hunters to get eliminated and the Valiant to lose. And you have to win also the final match that they have next week. So there's a lot of things that have to go right for Eternal, but it is, as you say, mathematically possible.
Well, let's see what happens, because we do have one of those teams coming up next. The LA Valiant, the home team, going to be going up against the Boston Uprising, looking to punch their own ticket into that top 12 ahead of the KitKat Rivalry weekend. Let's see if they can do it when we come back for more Overwatch action, so stay tuned.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, now connecting 99% of Overwatch League fans. Catch your league on America's network, T-Mobile.